When logging into Global Vet Link to access the HealthLink eCVI system, you will be sent to a landing page with the option for all certificate applications. Click on the HealthLink to go directly to the certificate creation page, labeled New on the left side menu. This page is where you begin creating new certificates. The first category is consignor. The consignor is the party currently owning the animal. You will either search for a consignor or add a new consignor. If you need to add new, you will click on the green plus sign. You will have the option to choose either an individual owner with first and last name or an organization with a single business name. After filling in the name, address, and other contact information, simply select Create. Once the owner is created, your information will remain in your contacts, which can be accessed through your manager application found in the menu to the left located here. When you start typing, the saved clients from your contacts will appear. By selecting a saved owner, the owner's address and information automatically populates. The Switch Edit button appears to the right when an owner is selected. The Switch button allows you to select a different owner if the wrong selection is made. The Edit button allows you to change information on the chosen owner. You will have the option to cancel editing by clicking the Cancel button at the bottom of this information. Canceling will restore the original owner information. If a consignor has multiple addresses, these can be added with a label for easy identification and selection. Below the consignor field, you will see the origin category, or where the animals are currently located. If this is the same as the consignor, keep the box checked. If not, then you can add an origin. To select an origin from your database of saved contacts, use the search box and autofill feature. To add a new contact to your database, click the green plus sign to the right of the consignor box and follow the same steps as adding a new consignor. The second selection is the consignee, or the person who will be receiving the animal after the inspection. Again, you can search for the consignee from your contacts database or add as new. You have the option to switch or edit names and addresses or to add additional addresses. Below the consignee field, you will notice the option to select a destination. If it is the same as the consignee, leave the box checked. If not, then you can add a new destination. Similar to the origin, this could be the same consignee but a different address, or it could be a completely new person and address. Your next selection will be the carrier, or the person actually moving the animal. This field might be the consignor, the consignee, or someone else. By selecting any of these three buttons, it will make it much easier and faster for you to designate the carrier. If the carrier is different from these choices, click on the other box. You can then do a search for the carrier or add them as new. Next is the carrier type. Choose the type of carrier from the drop-down menu. The next selection of HealthLink form is to enter additional certificate information. First, choose the species and purpose of movement from the drop-down menus. You will notice that the species menu has an other option, allowing certificate creation for any species. Below these options is the remarks feature. By typing in the common phraseology, you will be able to choose remarks from your drop-down menu. Click on the remarks you need in order to add them. If the exact remark you're looking for does not appear, feel free to click in the box to edit the remarks or add your own. Now you are ready to add the animals. If the group or animal is already in the system, you can simply search for it by name or ID information. If not, you can add them as new by choosing the plus sign. Animal groups will put multiple animals under one group name. Animals will allow you to add information for individual animals. To enter as new, you will select the plus sign next to the related field. When creating a new animal group, you will be required to name the group, type in an age or age range, give a head count, and select color, gender, and breed. If you do not know the actual birth date of the animals, you can simply type in age and the birth date will automatically calculate. Next, you will need to specify an ID type or types. Do this by entering a comma-separated list if multiple. When you click on the field to enter IDs, the ID wizard pops up for you to either type in IDs or copy and paste them from an Office spreadsheet. If you are typing in the IDs, simply hit enter to add another line. If copying them from a spreadsheet, you will first need to make sure that your spreadsheet columns are the same as the IDs wizard's columns. Once you've sorted your columns appropriately, you will highlight the IDs on the spreadsheet, then hold down Ctrl+C to copy the information. Click the open field under the heading of the appropriate ID column and hit Ctrl+V to paste into the IDs cell. Select the Done button at the bottom of the menu to input the IDs into the animal group. If a brand or image is needed, you can add these by clicking on the related button below Brands Images. A box will pop up with your unused animal images or brands from the photo gallery under your Manager application. Once you've used an image, it will no longer be available through the HealthLink application. However, it will be saved in the Manager application. Once you've selected the animal or brand image, you can select Create to save the image to the certificate, or you can click Remove Other Images to select a new image. You will now hit Create to enter any test and vaccinations information. Once the group is created, it is possible to edit it by choosing the Edit button. If the wrong animal group was selected or entered for this certificate, you can remove the animal group from the health certificate by clicking Remove Next to edit. This will not delete the group from your database. It will only remove it from this certificate. Animals and animal groups can be edited and also deleted through the Manager application found on the left-hand menu. Once you have entered the group's information, you can choose to add test or vaccinations to the group by clicking on the gray Add button. You are able to select test or vaccinations from our drop-down menu. To add a test, you must choose the test name, test type, lab that performed the test date, result date, and result. If an accession number is available, you can add that as well. You can then save the information. Once saved, the information can be edited or removed from the certificate. Note the time-saving laboratory list feature that includes a pre-populated list of nearly 500 laboratories from across the U.S. To add a vaccination, you must choose the vaccination name, vaccination type, manufacturer, lot number, and vaccine expiration date. You can also enter the date the animal was vaccinated along with any remarks. Again, you will save the information. This information can also be edited or removed from the certificate. To add an individual animal, you will again choose a name, age, color, gender, breed, and ID or IDs. If a brand or image needs to be added, this can be done by choosing the respective buttons below Brand Images. Once the information is input, you can create your animal. This animal can then be edited by selecting the Edit button, or removed from the certificate by choosing the Remove button. Tests and vaccinations can now be added if needed. Simply hit the Add button and fill out related fields. Again, once saved, this information can be edited or removed from the certificate. Your certificate is now complete. Now is the time to save, sign, get a certificate number for a permit, or cancel the certificate. If you choose the Save option, this will move the certificate to the saved files on the left-hand menu. From here, you can retrieve your draft certificate for editing and signing. If you choose to get the certificate number, the certificate will be locked and a certificate number will be generated. Once the certificate is locked, it cannot be edited. The certificate number will appear at the top of the page. This feature is often used when a state vet's office requires a certificate number in order to issue an entry permit number. Once you have called your state vet office and received the permit number, click Add Permit Number at the top of the screen. A box will appear for you to type in the permit number. Once this is entered, select to e-sign the certificate. If for any reason you need to leave this page before signing, the certificate will be moved into the saved files. You can then open the certificate for signing or delete the certificate by clicking the X button on the right-hand side. You will notice two other options available after hitting Get Certificate Number. One is to simply e-sign the certificate without a permit number. The other is to preview the certificate in PDF format. This will open an unsigned PDF for you to review. Duplicate is the next certificate controller option. Duplicate allows you to duplicate the same saved certificates for faster entry of repetitive movement information. Once you click Duplicate, a copy of your certificate will be available in the saved menu with a duplicate label. After Duplicate is the Cancel button, which will clear any changes you made since the last time the certificate was saved. E-Sign is the final button on the certificate controller. This allows you to place your electronic signature on the certificate by typing in your unique username and password. This locks the certificate information and automatically makes the certificate available to the state vet office of both origin and destination states. Once the certificate is signed, it is an official locked document. However, if mistakes were made, the certificate can be voided by selecting the void option. You will fill out the void form including the certificate number, and Global Vet Link representatives will delete the certificate from the system. Once you have requested a void, you can go ahead and recreate the certificate. The void page opens in a new window. To leave this window, simply exit out of it. There are several application menus on the left. One is the link that you are on, HealthLink, and it will be underlined. The second link is for FeedLink, where you are able to create veterinarian feed directives for bovine and swine. The next link is EquusLink, where you can create digital EIA or Coggins certificates for equine. The last is Manager. Manager allows you to manage contacts, animals, photos, and perform advanced searches. The advanced search allows you to search for completed certificates by number, species, inspection date, animal name, animal group name, owner, issuing vet, carrier, origin, or destination. It is best to search by just one or two fields. The last link you will see on the left-hand side is the Help link. This link gives you an option to visit our support-related page, which offers important information on upcoming training sessions, field forms, FAQs, and other relative tips and instructions. You can also visit our regulations page, which provides the website and phone numbers for all 50 state vet offices by region. Lastly, the Contact Us option will lead you to our Client Services page where you can call our support line or ask us a support question. On the top right-hand side of your HealthLink screen, you will see the logged in doctor's name. By clicking on the name, you can visit your profile, where you can reset your password, update your email, change your signature, and edit your account information and license numbers. To get back to the main page, simply click the back button or click on the Global Vet Link brand, then select HealthLink. Another option to choose under the doctor's name is Settings. In Settings, you can change the features on your dashboard to include information that you feel is most relevant to your practice. There are two notification icons on the top right corner of the page. The checkmark paper icon, which is the latest activity list, shows the history of everything you've done in the entire GVL system. Similar to a checklist, you can keep track of where you are if you are interrupted. On the top right corner of your screen, you will see a blank search field. This allows you to search for certificates that were created in your clinic's account. If you know the certificate number, animal or group name, consignor, etc., you can type it in the search box and hit Enter. The search results page will appear with any related certificates. You can learn more about the advanced search feature in our video on the Manager application. When you are ready to log out of your account, simply click on the square with the arrow facing exit icon, or you can click on your profile name and log out from the drop-down menu.